you went to a public school recently, you might remember the ThinkPads that your teacher made you use to justify spending, and you might also remember the track points on those laptops. I remember having doubts about them at first, but once I tried it out, I fell in love with the precision and efficiency of reducing the travel distance between typing and mousing. Putting neat little track points on mechanical keyboards is not a new concept. IBM once had a variant of the Model M that had one, and more recently Tex came out with their Yoda. Today we have the successor to the Yoda 2. The sticker price on these is pretty high at around $300. I bought this on MechMarket as an unbuilt kit, and when I got the package I was impressed with the included components in the packaging. It came with a case, PCB, plate, keycaps, LEDs, GMK screw and stabilizers, various Trackpoint nubs, and some stickers. I have the space gray version, and the case is really high quality. The anode is perfect inside and out, and the painted black plate gives it a nice subtle contrast with the body. The board is of a low profile design, which I usually don't really like, but I think it works pretty well here. The inclusion of these mouse buttons on the bottom lip would have been difficult with a high profile case. Speaking of which, I think it's really fun to pick up the board by the chins. The kit also comes with two machined aluminum feet that you can screw on, and when it's fully built, it has sort of a modern, understated look. My only complaint is with the stock keycaps, which are a super thin laser ablated set. These are made from a translucent plastic coated with this black stuff, and the legends burnt off. This means that with use, you're going to wear out some of the coating, and these are much more prone to shining than regular ABS. I had a keycap set like this on my $100 Cooler Master keyboard from way back when, and something like this really doesn't have a place on a board of this price range. I assume the reason behind this is the G, H, and B keys needing a cutout to accommodate the pole that controls the track point. Since I bought this, there has been a new kit available that comes with the GMK set. This is going to offer a superior typing experience, but the caps add over $100 to the cost, which is not at all worth it for just 60% coverage. In any case, I built mine with Z-Sun switches, which are Zelio stems and B-Sun brown housings. During the build process, I ran into a little problem when trying to use the 7U spacebar stabilizer. The screw on the stab was interfering with a part of the case that held up the PCB. I only found out about this problem after I was done soldering, so I had to desolder every switch and change back to the traditional 60% layout. This was especially annoying since the kit includes the necessary keycaps for a 7U layout as well as a stabilizer, but the case doesn't support it. After you're done building the keyboard portion of the Yoda 2, you need to attach the Trackpoint module. To do this, you feed the pole part of the module through the hole in the PCB and affix it using some of the screws. After connecting the ribbon cable, your Trackpoint should be good to go. In order to actually click, you need to connect the daughter board that holds the 3 additional switches to the main board. With this, you have a peripheral that is both a keyboard and a mouse. After everything is built, the keyboard has a bit of heft and feels very nice in the hand. The kit comes with very high quality components, and accordingly, the resulting typing experience is pretty good. Here is a demonstration with the stock keycaps. And here I removed the Trackpoint module to fit a GMK set on. Getting used to the Yoda is not very difficult. I found the Trackpoint to be fairly intuitive and very convenient to use. While you won't be using this to play games, it'll be helpful when the primary work that you're doing is typing and you occasionally need to use the mouse for navigation or distraction. If you have a traditional typing style, the worry of hitting the track point while typing is not a major issue. If your style has a lot of movement across the middle of the board, then you may find yourself running into the nub from time to time. One issue that I've had is with the track point sensitivity. You can adjust it on board, but even at the lowest setting, the movement is pretty quick. You can reduce this effect by lowering the sensitivity from the software in the operating system. This is almost necessary to use the track point in mouse actions that need any amount of precision. For me, things like selecting lines of code were a little harder than when using a mouse. Another issue associated with a track point is its fragility. I think this is the major deal breaker for me. I actually broke off the stem for the Trackpoint module while removing it from the packaging. I don't think this is anything with my particular unit, but rather the design of the daughter board. The pole is just way too long, and the linkage is prone to breakage. I was able to repair it with some super glue, and the joint seems to be stronger now, but I still feel somewhat insecure about it. This would be such a great travel keyboard if it wasn't for this issue. Being able to carry around a mechanical keyboard with an integrated mouse sounds like the best case scenario for people like me who have convertible laptops, but I just don't want to carry it around under the fear of breaking the track point. As a stay-home keyboard, this really falls short, especially with the terrible keycaps. You probably have a mouse with you anyway, so it doesn't really offer that much more functionality. This board is an interesting concept at the very least, and if you were to use this full-time as a replacement for a keyboard and a mouse, it'd be cool, but the use case really falls apart with the fragility of the stems. Ideally, I'd carry this around as my travel board so that I can leave my mouse at home, but the fear of breaking a $300 keyboard is just too real. I think I'll go ahead and let this one go to someone else who can make a better use of it than I can. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, like it, and subscribe for more like this. Next time, I'll be looking at something a little more rubbery.